Hey there guys, and welcome to another one of these tutorials for Live2D and how to make a face rig for your Twitch or YouTube shenanigans. To continue off from where we left off, we have finally got the mouse shapes running. We've also got some eye blinks in as well, and of course we have the head movement too, with a bit of angle Z a lot on top of it, so we got some rotation going on too. If you're wondering what I'm doing there, I'm pressing this button here to play a little preview of how the face rig is looking so far. Really useful. I think you can also record a video too with this, which is pretty neat. So if you wanted to reset all your sliders again, all you have to do is go on reset to default values and it will reset everything back to normal again. We're going to move right on to making more out of this, give it more movement. We still do have the eyebrow to add, which I'm still not sure whether to add it yet. The main thing is that I really want to get some of this movement going for the rest of the body of this character. So the easiest thing we can move on to doing right now is adding the breathing animation to this little guy. We've got a breathing parameter which is set for face rig, which will allow it to make a breathing animation, and it's kind of like an idle animation that will constantly always play. You can't stop it. In terms of idle animation, you can't change the timing of this one either, sadly, but it's still a nice feature. It's still got the intervals as you would expect for a breathing character, so this one's probably the quickest one we can do. We have all of the deformers within the Warp Deformer of the main body. All we have to do is create some keyforms. We only need 2, so add 2 keyforms, and this will be the default state here, down on the slider here, and then it's going to raise up a little bit. We're going to raise this up, and I'm going to try and maybe squish it a little bit to the side. And there we go, we've got a little bit of a wobble going on almost. This might actually be too exaggerated, but I guess I'll see once I get it into face rig. But I'm quite happy with how that looks. So like I say, this is on by default. If you don't want breathing though, of course you don't need to use this parameter. But I think it's kind of nice. It gives it some idle animation when your rig's not really doing anything. So we're going to move on to one of the more complex things. We're going to work with the facial expression that we've got going here. He moves around like that, but his head doesn't turn very much, and that's what we got to fix here. I'm going to go ahead and find the face warp deformer. So we're going to take this face deformer, and we're going to use this to our advantage as far as being able to create the perspective that the character's head is turning. The warp deformer selected, click on the X and Y parameter and click on free keyforms, add free keyforms, and select keyform to the left, so we can then start using the deformers to move the character's face to the side. Now, the great thing is about my character is that you don't need to edit the character too much to kind of create the impression that their face is turning the other way. But you can very slightly deform the character's face a little bit to create the impression of perspective. Like I say, it'd be kind of hard to notice with the character's face like this, but great for people who have anime characters that have like a nose and just other details like that. Because the eyes are very simple, you can't really notice the perspective very much in this. So I'm actually going to undo this, but I just wanted to give you an example of what it could look like if you just persevered with this and gave it a little bit more perspective. So in this case, all I've done is move the face to the left, and we've got this motion in place that the character's head is turning left. So now we do the same here. We can move the face to the side, the right. So already it's kind of coming to life, right? So he's looking to the left and looking to the right. Do the same for the top. We might actually have to deform the top one, but we'll see how it goes. And for the bottom one, we just bring it down like that. Again, the corners need synthesizing, so we're going to go into the menu here and we're going to synthesize the corners like last time. There you go. Now this obviously needs a bit of edits. Feel free to go into the corners and correct anything that you don't like, so we can just bring that back a little bit. That might be good if we went back a little bit there. Go to the corner here, bring that back a little bit as well. And then this one, bring that back as well so it's within the lines. Trial it out, see how you feel about it. Even play the play button if you want to check it out in motion. Yeah, the thing that I'm noticing actually is that we got this breathing motion for the jelly body, but we don't have a breathing motion for the head. That's something that I didn't realise I needed to do, so let's go and correct that right now. I'm gonna stop the animation and reset the default values. We're gonna go back into the breathing and locate the head deformer. Add some keyforms, 2 of them. I'm gonna then bring it to this keyform here. I'm gonna squish his head to the side a little bit, and here too, and up here as well. So now it looks as it should. Part of me wonders if I shouldn't make it so exaggerated though, so I might just bring it down a little bit. But he's going to have some sort of slight movement, right? So let's just press the play button here. Yeah, I think I know what's going on here as well. So we can see that he's breathing like that. Let's just see if it works on this parameter here, this keyform parameter. You see it's not moving. So I seem to have it work on the default keyform for the X and Y parameter, but if you tried any of the other keyforms in the X and Y parameter, it doesn't actually bounce up and down. So yeah, sadly this is something you'd have to manually do. Which I suppose it's a small price for a little bit of control over what you're doing when you've got rotations playing out. But just like go into each keyform, do the same thing, bring in the sides a little bit, bring this up, do it here as well. So we've done the bottom, the top, the middle, the left and right. So we need to do the corners now. Alrighty. If we play this play button here, he should be now bouncing at the same interval as the breathing. Yeah, so his head is bouncing along with the jelly body as well. So far so good. We now have some rotation going on with the head. The next video we're going to be looking at how we can further create motion with this jelly body with the X and Y parameters. So we're going to give the jelly a sense of rotation when this head is moving around currently. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far. It's looking super cute. So yeah, I hope to catch you in the next one, guys. Take care of yourselves out there, and again, if you like the video and you think it's helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more tutorials. And as always, feel free to leave comments below if you want to ask any questions along the way as to the process and using Live2D. So yeah, see you later guys, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!